Use this defensive setup to go ahead and mess up your opponent's reads and get more turnovers. Coming up next. Hey, this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that actually gives you full games of all the tips and schemes I post to my channel. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so guys, we're going to be jumping once again back into the 43 over defense. This is a defense that I use a lot previously a couple months ago. Then I've jumped into other defensive sets. But I'm going to go back to the 43 over because I ran into an opponent that was using this defense, and he was showing me a look that I wasn't used to seeing. Basically, the way he was actually setting his defense up, it looked like a 4-4 split defense, and it was messing up my reads. Now, considering that I try to make pre-reads from the very beginning of the snap of the ball, it was very difficult to do that because of the way he was setting up his defense, and it's got a very aggressive front. So as a result, it basically was basically making me question whether I can run the ball against him. So I'm going to show you a very simple front that you can use against your opponent and basically go ahead and get some fairly good stops against him. So we're going to go ahead and come out of the play that actually was messing me up a little bit, and that's going to be the Tampa 2 as the base defense. I want to show you how this defense works against just random pass plays. Alright, so basically what my opponent was doing is he was actually base aligning and then he was pressing. Now take a look. You can see right now that the safety actually comes down when you base align and you press, actually looking like it's going to be more like a 4-4 split type of a defense. So for you more common, for more experienced Madden players, this is what we basically call what a 4-4 split. So what my opponent was doing is he actually was going ahead and he was putting his middle linebacker into a deep blue, and then showing me potentially what was a cover 3 look because they had a single high safety and had another guy in the box. But really what he was doing is he was running cover 2 against me, and it was actually messing up my reads. So let's just go ahead and show you how you can use this defense to go ahead and mess up his reads because you're showing that cover 3 look. You've got that the defender off the left. Now what's cool about it is that you can use one of the fastest blitzes of this game, which is the edge pressure off the left hand side, by actually shifting the line off the edge. As you can see right here, Barr is able to go and get in, and I'm using this with a cover 2 look, but I've actually got another guy in the box. So that's what's cool about this particular blitz, is that all you have to do is just basically go ahead and base align and then press, and that safety comes down to the box, and now you've got basically a pressure that you can go ahead and attack your opponent with. So another thing you could do too is you can go ahead and take, let's see here, I'm going to take that middle blue guy right there. We're going to crash this guy, and we're going to go ahead and be really aggressive. We're going to go ahead and take some pressure and put him off on both sides right here. So we've got pressure on both sides with the safety, and then we've got the pressure coming off the other side. So you can be really aggressive with this blitz, and then if you wanted to, you can go ahead and jump into another coverage. So you've got the pressure, you've got basically that look that your opponent is going to go ahead and give them with. We can go ahead and take it and put it in a bluff blitz on the back end corner. You got a nice little hook zone right here. I can go ahead and take this guy and put him in a blue, and then take Smith and actually drop him down into a hook zone so I can play the middle of the field and basically just roam around. So I got a big top, a high box that I'm going to be going and using against my opponent. So I would recommend just going ahead and jumping into this particular defensive setup. With this look, you base align and then you press, and what's going to happen is this safety is going to come down. You're going to have yourself a nice little tight box, and you can just run with the cover 2 look, and it's just going to be very difficult for him to make any kind of reads against you in passing type of situations. So it took me a little bit some time to actually go ahead and find these different areas to go ahead and stop this particular play. What's cool about this again in the Bills playbook is that you do have the Mike will press, so you can go ahead and have yourself a nice little aggressive blitz setup off the left hand side. So if he actually goes and passes it, you can hold your L1 button, and then now you've got basically the man pressure to go ahead and take away some of those man reads against your opponent. So take a look at this setup. I would recommend it. It's just very easy to set up. Basically base align and then show press. This is going to give your opponent a cover 3 look, and then you can hit him with this cover 2 look. and just mess up his reads. So to my subscribers, guys, once again, thank you for support. This is going to be a defense that I'm going to probably be playing around with in the near future, just to try to make some plays against my opponent and actually mess up his reads. So once again, thank you for support, and until next time.